blood bank building by no means was ever a space that was bustling with activity. But as we've shown in previous stories, there's usually a lot more activity than we saw today. The bare, quiet waiting room and vacant chairs in the donation room matched a complete slowdown of activity across the country.
Sometimes we do a minimum of maybe like 10 or 15
When
it's come to replacement, right? Our blood drive, well, would have a big amount, a bigger figure. We do it like on a Saturday. And now we has decreased by maybe 80% of that. We're
So
down
you're
to
saying
like
like
just
2 people?
about, we get from 2 to 4 since this whole thing.
An 80% drop in blood donations within the past month. Under normal circumstances, this would be a dire situation for the country. But the lockdown and change in protocols at the hospitals also triggered a drop in demand for blood.
The supply and demand, there is a balance at this moment. As you know, hospitals have been going on through the emergency mode, which means that elective surgeries have been cancelled and other activities have been cancelled. So we saw that in our favor into the blood bank.
Due to this whole situation and the emergency status the country is in right now, we have been decreased practically 100% with gunshot, gun violence, with road traffic accident, and these were the people who mostly used to utilize our blood drive stock.
Even the handful of blood donations they do see per day are already accounted for, as most donors are giving on behalf of someone else. They're known as replacement donors. As for voluntary donors, whose blood is most necessary during emergencies, the blood bank is hoping that the volunteers will continue to donate. Recently, they have not been able to host any blood drives, but if the need arises, they may have to go looking for donors.
So there's a balance at this moment. However, we cannot predict what will be in the future. However, in any event that we might go low on blood bank, we might go out to the different areas where we know that there is no impact when it comes to the pandemic and the virus. That would be the communities in the rural districts, the Mennonite communities that is very far from the cities, that they don't have direct interaction with the community that is more exposed.
In the meantime, they have adjusted their schedule to accommodate donors within the social distancing regulations. No more than 2 donors at a time and no more than 3 in the waiting room. Family members are not allowed to tag along, and donations can be made on an appointment basis only.
If you have a need, you have someone who needs blood, you could contact the blood bank and we could schedule your time for you to come, so you don't have to worry about being exposed to other people. We could deal with you as one-on-one, just you and the technologists. If you don't have time, you cannot make it during the week from Monday to Friday, you could also contact us and we would try to accommodate you on a weekend. If anybody out there, you know you're healthy, you haven't been exposed to anybody with COVID-19, or you consider yourself non-high risk and you're willing to donate, we are here.
And while the blood bank is a part of the Central Medical Lab and the blood donations are screened for many infectious diseases, they are not tested for COVID-19. According to the United States Food and Drugs Administration, respiratory viruses are not known to be transmitted by blood transfusion, and there have been no reported cases of transfusion-transmitted coronavirus.
The testing of the blood is basically the same as before.
No, it doesn't include COVID-19.
No, it doesn't include COVID. You know, we have a very rigorously set of questionnaires, which is if you're a healthy donor, you will come in, you will donate blood. If you have any signs and symptoms of flu, that is runny nose or throat fever, we will automatically, temporarily defer you from donating blood.
And that's always been the case?
Yeah, and that has always been the case.
Do it with care. Do it because you care to give this blood to somebody. Don't do it because you want to come to the blood bank, you hear the blood bank testing for a series of tests. We don't test for COVID-19 at the blood bank. So we ask people to be conscious, be honest, do things for love, do things to help somebody.
Currently, the demand for blood is from patients with sickle cell anemia, renal failure, pregnant women, and those being treated for cancer. Additional blood donors are always needed, especially those with negative blood types. To make an appointment for a donation, you can call 224-5010.